The slap echoed across the market. Everyone froze. Amina's head snapped to the side, her fingers slowly rising to her cheek. No one moved. No one spoke. Then, Sade laughed. Let that remind you of your place. A few people chuckled nervously. Others looked away. Because this was normal. This was how Amina was treated. The ugly girl. The one nobody defended. But something strange happened next. Amina didn't cry. She didn't shout. She just looked at Sade. Calm. Too calm. And for a brief second, the necklace around her neck flickered. A faint glow. Gone as quickly as it appeared. Only one old man saw it, and his face turned pale. Because that was no ordinary light. That was a warning. What Sade had just done would not end in the market. It would reach the palace. And before the sun set, someone powerful would come looking for Amina. Did you see her eyes? The whisper started immediately after the slap. There's something wrong with that girl. Amina ignored them. She picked up her fallen fruits one by one. Her hands didn't shake. But inside, something was stirring. This was not the first time. It had never been the first time. Since she was a child, people had treated her like she didn't belong, like she was a mistake. Children once threw stones at her. Women refused to buy anything she touched. Men acted like she didn't exist. And yet, Amina never fought back. Not because she was weak, but because she had learned something very early in life. Fighting people who refuse to see you only makes them blind forever. So she endured, silently, kindly, dangerously patient. That evening, as the sun began to set, Amina sat outside her small hut. She touched her necklace gently. The same necklace she had worn since childhood. The same one the strange old man had given her. His words still echoed in her mind. Hide your light until the world is ready for it. Amina never fully understood what he meant. But today, after what happened in the market, she felt it. Something was changing. Suddenly, footsteps. Fast. Urgent. She stood up. And then she saw him. The young man who often visited her. The one who spoke to her like she mattered. But today, he looked different. Angry. Breathing hard. Who touched you? He demanded. Amina tried to smile. It's nothing. But he stepped closer. It is not nothing to me. Silence. Amina looked at him carefully. There was something in his eyes tonight. Something deeper than before. Something dangerous. Why? She asked softly. Why do you care so much? The question hung in the air. Heavy. Unavoidable. And this time, he didn't hide. Because I love you. The words landed like thunder. Amina froze. No, she whispered. You don't mean that. I do, he said firmly. You don't even know who I am, she replied. He let out a slow breath, then said the one thing that changed everything. I am Prince Kola. The world seemed to stop. Amina took a step back. No. Yes. You're lying. I wish I was. Silence swallowed them. Everything suddenly made sense. The way he spoke, the way he carried himself, the way he always seemed different. Fear crept into Amina's chest. "You shouldn't be here," she said quickly. "If anyone sees you." "I don't care." "But I do," she snapped. That was the first time her voice rose, and it surprised both of them. "You don't understand what this means," she continued. "People like me don't end up with people like you." Kola stepped closer. "Then maybe people are wrong." Before she could respond, voices coming from a distance. Villagers. And among them, Side. "I saw him come this way," she said sharply. Amina's heart dropped. "They can't find you here," she whispered. But it was too late. The villagers appeared. And when they saw Kola standing beside Amina, everything changed. Sade's eyes widened, then narrowed. "Well, well," she said slowly. "So this is why you act like you're better than everyone." Amina shook her head. "No." But Sade cut her off. "You think hiding with a man will change who you are?" Kola stepped forward. "That's enough." Sade turned to him and froze. Recognition hit her. Her face drained of color. "Your Highness." Now the entire crowd dropped to their knees. Fear spread like fire. And in that moment, the truth could no longer hide. By morning, the entire kingdom knew. The prince loves the ugly girl. The palace was in chaos. The king was furious. "You will end this nonsense immediately," he thundered. "I will not," Kola replied calmly. "You dare defy me?" "I choose her." The room went silent. The royal oracle, who had been quiet all along, finally spoke. "The girl is not ordinary." The king turned sharply. "What do you mean?" "She is hidden." Those words sent a chill through the room. "The prophecy," the king whispered. The oracle nodded. "If the prince marries the hidden one, the kingdom will face a great test." The king's face hardened. "Then she must be removed." "No!" Kola stepped forward. But guards were already moving. "Amina will be brought here," the king declared, "and we will uncover the truth." Amina was dragged into the palace. Crowds gathered. Whispers filled the air. "That's her? She looks worse up close." Sade stood among them, silent, watching. But inside, fear was growing. The king stared down at Amina. "Remove the necklace." Amina's breath caught. "No." Gasps. "You refuse your king?" "I cannot remove it." "Then we will remove it for you." Guards stepped forward. Kola moved instantly. "No one touches her." Tension exploded. But Amina raised her hand. "Stop." Everyone froze. She looked at Kola, then at the king. Then slowly, she reached for the necklace. Tears filled her eyes. Not from fear, but from knowing nothing would ever be the same again. The necklace fell, and the world changed. Light burst from Amina's body. Blinding, powerful, unstoppable. People screamed. When the light faded, silence. Amina stood there, transformed, radiant, unrecognizable. The same girl they mocked now looked like something beyond royalty. beyond beauty. The oracle dropped to her knees. She was never cursed. She was protected. The king staggered back. Sadeh collapsed. No, this can't be. Amina looked at them all, her voice calm. But now, you see me. No one could speak, because the truth was undeniable. The wedding was quiet, not because it lacked joy, but because the kingdom was ashamed. They had mocked their future queen, rejected her, humiliated her. Sadeh disappeared from the spotlight, not punished, but forgotten. And sometimes, that is worse. Amina became queen, but she never forgot who she was. She still walked barefoot sometimes, still helped the weak, still chose kindness. One day, a child asked her, "Why didn't you hate them?" Amina smiled. "Because I was never what they called me." She paused. "I was only hidden." And so, the girl they slapped became the queen they could never ignore. Because sometimes, the one you look down on today is the one destiny is raising tomorrow.